Hey guys, so the quote system is tested and should be good to go now. We ran into some problems with the cart functions within Porto, the theme that you guys use. All that has been ironed out, and so here's some suggestions. So I like how it all functions. Some of the things that I like how so a couple things that I did from design element is making the add to cart function still very much more noticeable than the add to quote. My concerns are that possibly customers may or may not differentiate the differences. So we can do whatever you want. You've got the add to cart button and the add to quote button right next to each other, as well as the my quote cart and the main shopping cart right next to it. In many different cases, it's easy to be able to do the quote in other areas. So, eliminating the my quote up top and leaving it here is one way we can do it. Having this add to quote, I think, is the most critical thing, obviously, on the page. But for example, getting rid of this portion, I had added this. This was not a function within the system, so this is added. This gives them the ability to click on the quote cart when they add it in, but it also doesn't take them away from the page itself. So they could do that, or we could also eliminate this up here, knowing that when someone adds it to the cart, and getting rid of the add to quote cart, this portion and this is also another function that we could do. So when you add something to the cart itself, we could go to checkout, and when you go to the checkout function, sorry, the cart, you have the ability to request the quote at that point too. So I know there's a lot of ways to do the quote, but this is one way we could do it. So when someone continues to add stuff into the shopping cart, then you could say to the customer, "Well, if you want to quote, have them do it that way, less invasive." And so it's really up to how you guys want to do it. I think like a hybrid of it and hiding other buttons might be a good way of doing it. I think that possibly getting rid of this might be the best solution, or just leaving it. Once again, it's up to you guys. So I will put this in some notes. The testing of it, I've pretty much gone through it multiple different ways, and I think that I've been able to go in and make changes to the header code and to the to the product pages, and the functions are there. I don't think we're going to have any errors or anything. And I've had Amnesty take some of their code that they made changes to in mine, and so we've got kind of a patch that we'll be able to easily bring over to the live site. What I would suggest that we do is make the changes some night, and I'll just back the system up ahead of time, and then probably run the patch, you know, around 10 o'clock at night, do the testing. The other option is to wait until the weekend to do it, but ultimately I don't think we'll have any issues. And worst case scenario is if we do have a little bit of an issue that I got to narrow down, I can at least just disable the module and it'll go back to normal. So we're not doing upgrades, we're not doing any of that kind of stuff. So ultimately, it's a pretty straightforward patch and update. So let me know if you guys have any questions. I will send the details to the URL so you can test it and take a look at it.